real grumpy, frumpy, down and dumpy, icky, creepy, crabby, weepy, yucky, mad, or just plain sad, then you need Chuck E. Cheese. Then you feel happy, giggly, glad and wiggly, wacky, bumptious, silly, scrumptious, funny, giddy, zany, witty, sassy, crazy, upsy daisy, all at Chuck E. Cheese. Chuck E. Cheese, where a kid can be a kid.
Chuck E. Cheese is a place where a kid can be a kid. Today in this video, I will discuss the Fort Smith, Arkansas location. This location has some pretty interesting history, from the last Pizza Time Theater, to a competitor, to the Maine Mouse again, to its unfortunate future. This is the history of Chuck E. Cheese in Fort Smith, Arkansas.
Hi there! I just got an idea how to make Chuck E. Cheese's better than ever. Brand new pizza. Genius if I do say so myself. Popping with new natural toppings. All with lots of sauces and plenty of cheese. So while you're having fun rolling and winning, jumping and spinning, and laughing and grinning, we're in the kitchen making the best pizza in town. Chuck E. Cheese's is better than ever. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
First, let me discuss the history of Chuck E. Cheese as a whole. Chuck E. Cheese's was founded on May 17, 1977, and opened its first location in San Jose, California, under the name Chuck E. Cheese's Pizza Time Theater. It was created by Nolan Bushnell, the co-founder of the video game company Atari. He wanted to create a place where families can go play games, eat pizza, and see a show, since other arcades were seen as dangerous places due to violence. In 1984, Pizza Time Theater opened in the city of Fort Smith, Arkansas. Unfortunately, the address of the location is unknown, and there are zero photos or videos about the location. I'm pretty sure this location had a balcony stage, which is a stage made to look like a balcony with all 5 characters. And I'm sure they had the King, which is an Elvis Presley-inspired character in a room in the restaurant known as the Cabaret. This was said to be the last location to open with the Pizza Time Theater name, as the company filed for bankruptcy. The location closed permanently a year later in 1985, making this the only location with Cyberamex in the state of Arkansas, and the only Pizza Time Theater in the state.
Want to go to Showbiz, Dad?
Well, since you girls like it so much.
At Showbiz Pizza, you can act like a kid. You'll have more fun than you ever did.
Just 2 more tokens.
You can laugh and you can play.
Dibs on the last piece of pizza.
You can do it your way.
Did you have fun, Dad?
Showbiz Pizza,
I just came to watch my girls have a good time.
where a kid can be a kid.
In 1988, a new Showbiz Pizza opened in the Central Shopping Center. It was one of 2 locations to open in 1988, the other being Raleigh, North Carolina. Now, the history of Showbiz is a little complicated, but to summarize, it was founded in 1980 and opened its first location in Kansas City, Missouri. It was created by Robert Brock, a former Chuck E. Cheese franchisee who wanted to create his own pizza place with the help of Aaron Fechter, the creator of the Rock-afire Explosion Band. The Fort Smith Showbiz was the 246th location to open, and it was the last Showbiz to open in the state of Arkansas. This is the only known photo of Fort Smith as a Showbiz. Now, I know some of you are asking, why is Chuck E. Cheese and Munch in the photo? Well, I'll tell you. Back when Chuck E. Cheese filed for bankruptcy in 1984, it was purchased by Showbiz Pizza. Eventually, the 2 companies merged in 1986, and this meant that the Chuck E. Cheese characters could appear at Showbiz Pizza. And since Fort Smith opened 2 years after the merger, it was already common for locations to do this. As for what the location had to offer, well, it pretty much had what any Showbiz Pizza had: an arcade, pizza, sports room, and of course the Rock-afire Explosion, which included Ralph the Wolf and his puppet Earl, Duke LaRue, Fats Geronimo, Beach Bear, Mitzi Mozzarella, Looney Bird, and of course Billy Bob. It also had prop characters such as the sun, the moon, Antioch the Birthday Spider, Choo Choo the Bear Cub, and the little bird on Billy Bob's guitar. The location was doing pretty good in Fort Smith, but little did people know that a few years later, Chuck would take over the restaurant, and not in a good way.
Since time began, kids have found ways to have fun. today, after all these years, kids are having more fun than ever.
Chuck E. Cheese's. Where'd she come from? Where a kid can be a kid.
The Fort Smith location was still alive and going strong, but behind the scenes of the Showbiz Pizza Company, things weren't anything but strong. The company tried to get the rights to the Rock-afire Explosion, but Aaron Fechter, the creator of the band, didn't want to give up the rights. So the company created something that would make a Showbiz fan's spine tingle: concept unification. For those unaware, concept unification was a process where the Rock-afire characters would be stripped down to their endos and be replaced by the Chuck E. Cheese Band, also known as Munch's Make-Believe Band. Ralph the Wolf became Chuck E. Cheese, Mitzi Mozzarella became Helen Henny, Fats Geronimo became Mr. Munch, Beach Bear became Jasper T. Jowls, and Duke LaRue became Pasquale the Chef. The prop characters were also replaced. The Sun became the building, Choo Choo became Munch Jr., and Looney Bird became Pizza Cam. Antioch was replaced by the Wink. The Moon, however, stayed behind. You can watch Concept Unification on YouTube, but I'll warn you, it might make you cry. All the characters had latex masks and cosmetics. Chuck had his tuxedo, Munch had the sunrise design on his keyboard, and Jasper had Beach Bear's guitar. Fort Smith had its concept unification in either 1991 or 1992. This saddened many Showbiz fans as the characters they knew and loved were now dead and replaced by the Chuck E. Cheese characters. Other changes made to the restaurant include the name being changed from Showbiz Pizza to Chuck E. Cheese's Pizza. Some locations did keep the Showbiz name. Fort Smith, to my knowledge, did not. They also got the colorful checkered pattern and wall planters. In the mid-90s, they got another remodel and received the rare Cool Chuck logo. Other additions include record posters and sports posters. As we enter the 2000s, not that much change occurred at the location. As for the animatronics, they all received their new plastic mask. Chuck received his new Cool Chuck outfit, Munch got the current design on his keyboard, and Jasper got the flying cheese guitar. The restaurant got the red-capped Chucky walk-around, then eventually the Avenger Chucky walk-around. In 2005, they got the Phase 4 remodel, which changed the name from Chuck E. Cheese's Pizza to simply Chuck E. Cheese's. Inside the restaurant, the showroom walls were removed, and the walls were painted purple. Other additions to the decor included the colorful Chucky posters and these red tickets in the arcade. The animatronics also received some changes throughout the years. For starters, the black triangle that Chucky stood on was removed in 2010, and Pizza Cam was removed in either 2008 or 2009. The building, Moon, and Munch's Make-Believe Band sign were removed a couple years later. The Wink stayed and kept the somewhat controversial "In Pizza We Trust" slogan. The location also received the Ticket Blaster in 2010. In 2013, the location received the current Rockstar Chuck walk-around, and that's pretty much the last major change to occur at the location, as a few years later, the band would unexpectedly take their final bow.
Happy birthday!
Thanks, Mom.
Introducing birthday parties with unlimited games at Chuck E. Cheese's. All the tickets you can win, all the games you can play, only at Chuck E. Cheese.
In August 2017, it was announced that Chuck E. Cheese was redesigning their restaurants and testing out a new remodel. What I'm talking about is the 2.0 remodel. Originally, only 7 locations were going to receive the remodel, but was expanded to 13 more in 2018. Fort Smith was one of them. The remodel started in August of 2018 and was completed in December of that same year. The front of the building was painted green and brown, and the name was changed to Chuck E. Cheese Pizzeria and Games. Inside, the walls were painted white, and the decor was replaced by the crappy-looking artwork, which looks like something I'd see in a cooking school or something. And of course, the biggest change was the removal of the beloved 3-stage. What happened to the animatronics? They were either destroyed or sent to another location, possibly North Little Rock. The place where the stage was had character posters in its place, and a dance floor was put in the center of the showroom. Since the location was an early 2.0, it had 6 TVs above the dance floor. Surprisingly, the location kept the Phase 4 booths. I honestly like this version of 2.0 better than the new ones. And that's about the entire history of Chuck E. Cheese in Fort Smith. If you want to visit the location, here is the address. There you have it, the history of Chuck E. Cheese and Showbiz Pizza in Fort Smith. Please like, share, and subscribe. Comment which location you would like me to do in a future video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.
We'd like to perform an old favorite just for you.
Chucky, I just love it here. All the kids, the games, the fun. Pizza! Yeah, lunch, the pizza too.
If you all enjoy yourself as much as we do, I think the world is gonna be a better place.
Tell them